lovely campers. Thanks for joining us again on another one of our road trip adventures. As you know, we love to get away when we can, and we had a few things to do on the north coast. And even though they predicted some rain, we decided to go for it. As I edit this video, we are saddened by the devastating news of many towns which we travelled through on the weekend who have been impacted by major flooding occurring in parts of mid-north coast, Hunter and Central Coast catchments. The images are heartbreaking and our thoughts go out to you all. Just a bit of afternoon fun. Looking for a place to stay tonight. So we've just stopped here. I'll just come closer because I've got a microphone. I'm going to try and do the best audio on this video. Where are we? And I've got to pronounce things. Yes, I've got to say the T in water. And a lot of things. So where are we?
Crowdy Gap
campsite.
In Crowdy
and
Bay
I
National
am
Park.
trying to actually pay national parks. Or you can't see that. It's just a second it says. Just trying to get it to go through my mobile phone. I just wish they had honesty boxes that we could just leave some money. Be a lot easier where there's we've got one bar, and I was able to text and whatnot, but it's just come down to the payment part and I'm struggling. Anyway, I'll put this down and try and get my hand up higher and see if I can get some service. It's $24.50 I think a night here. There's only a couple of sites, so we didn't know whether the bollards would allow us to have the caravan in. So we decided to come in and have a look and then pick which one. And this one came up as available. So hopefully I can secure it. There is a massive kangaroo. Just going to go over and just see if he'll be frightened of me. Big boy came thumping in. Do you still get a buzz just like you're a kid to see wildlife? I do. And each of the campsites have got a little fire pit, fire ring. And
this is site 9, it's massive.
Where this is in the middle of 2, yeah. And we're on the end there. We like it that way. Oh, a bit of a scratch. Careful, he might pick a fight. Oh, he's a big boy, Steve. I'd be careful.
Well, that's what you normally call me.
So this is us having our little fire. Steve with his blower. And cheers. So good morning. It hardly rained at all last night. So you can't always trust the weatherman. I'm glad we came away and we've loved this little site here, and thankfully I got reception to make the payment. I really like this fire pit because it gives you room to put your camp oven on. That little shelf there. And we're not far from the beach here. Anyway, we're going to go exploring today and we'll see where we end up. I thought before we go, there's sites just up there and then there's 2 here next to us. They're really big sites. Oh, the one just beyond
8's a bit smaller, but
is a bit narrower, but 9 and 10 are nice big sites. Got to remember that. And then this is a turning bay. Birds are singing and the sun is out. Glorious. Have you ever been on the Pacific Highway driving through Nabiac and noticed the artisan farmer? Well, we have, and we wanted to stop and see what it was all about. Oh boy, we weren't very good, wasn't very heart smart. I had a lamb and rosemary pie and they were delicious and held together really well. Anyway, make sure you stop by when you drive past. So we decided to have a weekend with the cameras down during the day, but we do bring you along to our campsites. Now this one is our second evening and it's a free camp, which is so close to home. It's about 45 minutes from the north of Sydney. The reviews on Wikicamp said that the road was pretty rough driving in, but we found it must have been freshly graded with gravel. The base for camping is gravel and dirt, just so you know. So after a really beautiful drive through Yarramalong, we have come to another free camp. This one is in Tui's Road, Arimba, and I'll show you some footage of a campground that's just up the hill. But there's people, there's a few groups there, or campers, so we've just come down to this spot, which is also a place to camp. There is a toilet, it looks like they're installing up at the other. At the moment there's no door on it, so I think they're still trying to complete it. Anyway, we're quite happy with this, and we're away from home, not far, so we don't have a big drive tomorrow. What do you think, Steve?
I think it's pretty good.
I think we're very lucky to do what we do.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Got a bit of firewood that we brought with us.
Yeah, it's cooler up the top of the hill than down at the...
At least it's drier actually, like everywhere we've seen. Of course we've had so much rain lately.
Yeah.
It's really wet. So
all the farmlands are saturated.
They are. So yeah, this looks really good and dry. Anyway, we'll get that fire going and some dinner on. Got something new to try tonight. So before I lose complete daylight, I am going to prep dinner tonight, and I want to show you a new idea that I'm using tonight to make dinner. Do you want to have a look? Okay, I'll turn the screen around and show you. Okay, so what I have here is a little cryovac bag. I actually saw this idea in a butcher in Warwick and I thought I can do that. So what I've got is a Moroccan chicken and I've put all the spices I need in the bottom. I've got brown rice and I've got lentils and I've got a little bit of citrus peel in here just to add a bit of spice to my Moroccan dish. To that I've got a chicken breast diced up. Normally I would use thigh, but I actually had chicken breast at home, so I did that and yeah, cut it at home. You can actually freeze. I reckon this is a good idea to freeze this sort of quantity if it's just the two of you. And then when you're going camping, just grab that frozen chicken. I've got some coconut milk and I've also got some diced tomatoes, and I'll probably add a little bit of chicken stock. I'll just see how the consistency is. But anyway, what do you think of this? Let me know in the comments. This is a good idea. If you've got curries that you like to make and you use dry spices and you know, things like lentils and rice, how's this for camping? You make up these dump bags, I call it, and yeah, just bring your meat and the extra things that you might cook it with, which might just be chicken stock. So I reckon that's a really easy camping idea for a meal. Anyway, I'm going to get that cooking. I was going to cook it in the camp oven, but I don't want to wait for the coals. So I'm just going to get my little gas cooker that we bought like 3 decades ago for 20 bucks, I think, from Kmart. And I'm going to cook it over there with Steve while we sit in front of the fire. I'll let you know how it goes. All right, check my little studio out here. Like, I don't know what we're thinking, but this is what we rigged up because we're sitting here by the campfire, and I am going to christen my little creation here. Going to tip this all in.
What have you put in the pot already?
I've put some coconut cream, diced tomato, and also the chicken that's diced. Now, I won't put all of this mix in here. Now, I made this up a while ago and I was going to cook it when we were away another time and didn't get around to it. So I've actually forgotten exactly what's in it, but I did put this into a potential volume 4 cookbook. So that one is a work in progress. So that won't come out for a while because I've started a Heart Smart Healthy cookbook. Yeah, so I'm going to have 2 cookbooks running at the moment. If you're interested in a lot more camping recipes, they will be coming in a while. Like I've got to...
Don't hold your breath, guys.
Anyway, I'm just going to put half the fruit because Steve doesn't really like meat and fruit. Is that right, Steve?
Well,
so like,
letting out secrets here.
No, well, like apricot chicken, I have not cooked that since you told me you don't like fruit with meat.
Sweet fruit.
Yep, so this is a Moroccan chicken, so I've got a mix of spices and then you've got the little fruit bits in it that is the balance. So anyway, I'm going to cook away. I'm going to go, let's see if this starts up. Yep, we've got gas. Love cooking with gas. And look at this. I'm sitting by the campfire. There's nothing better. And I'm not in the kitchen inside, and I'm not standing outside the caravan. I'm sitting down having happy hour. Now, I did plan to cook this in the daylight, but of course, what happens?
Happy hour gets in the way.
Happy hour. So anyway, I thought this was a pretty cool idea. So I'm going to try and think of other recipes that you can prepare like this. And that's it. So one pot delight.
Excellent.
All right, I'm going to pop the lid on and cook that for, I don't know, I'll check in about 10 minutes and see how it's going. But I'd say at least half an hour cooking. Yep. All righty.
Excellent.
Thank you, darling. So this smells amazing. I really wish you could smell this. But I have decided I would throw in something extra, some veggies, and Steve found this in our cupboard. So let's throw in some peas, corn and carrots, which have been drained. Look at that. Let's load it up. If you're going to make something, make a lot, so you've got some left over. The spices, oh,
They smell so good.
they do, but I'm just going to boil that away a little bit because the rice and the lentils need to thicken up in here. And I haven't got anything else to serve it with. I think this is going to be the dish that's going to be delish.
What would you put it with?
Well,
if you could.
If you put it with something, you could do, this is not in the Heart Smart book, you could put it with some Deb potato.
Mashed potato?
The instant potato. Yeah. I think, oh, yummo. But until I see how this actually all cooks up and thickens, you may not need anything. It might be like a risotto. That's what I hope. Yeah. And that's another thing I thought in those cryovac bags.
The satchels.
Yeah, you could do risotto. Like you could put the risotto rice. You could even cryovac section. So you've got your pumpkin, your bacon, and keep that in the fridge, of course. But it's all there ready to just pop into your pot. with your stock.
One pot wonder.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. I'll see what else I can come up with this one. I think there's some other ideas. I'm just coming over. Look at this. This is our little cooking station. These fairy lights I bought on the internet, and they just give a really beautiful little light.
Yep. Little
This
Chinese
is-
laundry lights.
Well, and they come with this.
That's they roll up into that.
Yeah. So good. So if you see it, it actually just popped up as a sponsored ad, I think. And I bought them and I love them. They're really good. If you want them to go a lot longer, if you've got a little portable power bank.
Yep.
So I've done that. When I've put them in the trees around us, I might connect that and then it just goes till we go to bed. But these seem to be charging really well. They are solar ones as well, but the solar doesn't last as long as if you charge it normally.
USB charge.
Anyway, let's
Last
get
longer.
this Moroccan chicken up onto the counter and
okay.
have some dinner. Alrighty, look at that. The brown rice and lentils have thickened up and softened, and the liquid, I end up adding an extra half cup of one of those cans of water. There was enough spices. I didn't add any stock. The spices were enough flavour, and I've got our bowls with our bowl cozies that I make. And I have instructions, if you want to make some of these, there's instructions where you can find our cookbooks with our little pieces of bread. Anyway, let's dish up.
Bon appetit.
Sadly, that's it for this episode, fellow campers. We've really enjoyed checking out 2 new places, and I hope you enjoyed it too. Let us know in the comments below. It's always good to hear from you. Also, whether you'd like some more camp recipes, I'm happy to share. Love you to give us a thumbs up. It lets YouTube know that our content is okay. Also, follow us on Facebook and Instagram. If we're not travelling, I'm quite often popping a few things on there. Anyway, as I like to say, thanks for watching.